What's good, fight fans? This is Ashley's Corner. Shout out to the LDBC and the Lions Den boxing community. And this is part 2 of the fights at 1:30. Okay, I seen an article saying that Miguel Berchelt versus Jason Sosa was in the works for November 2nd on ESPN. I think this it came out on the 19th of August. Now, they said Miguel Berchelt has persistent issues with his right hand. I believe he hurt his right hand 3 separate times, and it just it keeps coming back. His hand keeps hurting him, which keeps him at a limited 1 fight a year. That's why he fights once a year. Now, Sosa asked for this fight. He did call out Berchelt, and he said he needed a belt, and he chose the WBC. Jamal Herring also called out Berchelt right after taking the WBO title from Ito. If I recall correctly, Berchelt went in the ring after Herring won the WBO. Though he was in the ring because of the call out. But Berchelt did turn down that unification fight, and his reason was because he thinks that the fight isn't worth much right now, and he's basically saying if Herring keep winning, then it's possible down the future they can unify. But right now, it's like he don't think it's worth anything right now, and Herring needs to keep winning basically. But Berchelt also stated to BoxingScene.com. He stated that he prefers a fight against Loma or the WBA champion Gervonta Davis. Okay, that's what he stated. He also thought that Ito versus Herring, that the fight was a bit boring. He did go and watch that fight ringside, and he thought the fight was boring. It was like it lacked a lot of action. But on the flip hand, we have Oscar Valdez. Now, Valdez was the WBO champion at 126, and he was supposed to fight Shakur Stevenson for his mandatory. And he said that he could not make 126 pounds for a while, and seeing that he could not make the weight at 126, he decided to drop that belt and move up to 130 pounds. And he hasn't had one fight at 130 yet, but because he was champion, he is now ranked number 1 for the WBC, which Miguel Berchelt holds, and the WBO, which Jamal Herring holds right now at 130 pounds. Valdez's last fight was June 8th, I believe, of this year, of 2019. And he's awaiting a chance, to get his title shot against Berchelt, because that's who he called out. That's who he wants first, is Miguel Berchelt. Now, to talk about the fight that's actually happening is Miguel Berchelt versus Sosa. After that fight, I believe Miguel Berchelt will beat Sosa. That's what I believe. I might change that getting closer to November, closer to the time of the fight. But right now, I got Berchelt beating him. And after that, he has Herring that wants to fight him, which he probably wait, just like he said, to fight Herring. But he has Oscar Valdez, and that might be a potential fight after November 2nd. Well, next year, 2020, because Miguel Berchelt only fights once a year. But starting to the specs and starting to talk about Berchelt versus Sosa, Miguel Berchelt has 36 wins and 1 loss. He has 32 knockouts. He's fought for 143 rounds. He has a knockout rating of 86%. He's 27 years old. He is the WBC champion. He is 5'7", and he has a 71-inch reach. And he is Mexican. He fights out of Mexico. And his only loss was a TKO stoppage in the first round back in 2014. Now, Jason Sosa, he has 23 wins, 3 losses, and 4 draws. He has 16 knockouts. He's fought for 162 rounds. He has a knockout rating of 53%. He's 31 years old. He's 5'6", with a 67-inch reach. He's from New Jersey. His 3 losses came from Gamboa in 2019 by majority decision. The fight right before that, again, he lost against Loma in the same year, of course. He retired and stopped. Sosa's corner stopped that fight. And his first loss was in 2010 at, I believe that was 140 pounds. Trayshawn Wiggins TKO'd him in the very first round of a 4-round fight. He had a draw against Nicholas Walters, and he had a win against Javier Fortuna. That's basically his resume, you know. But all in all, I think that it will be a nice fight, but, you know, I don't see Sosa winning this fight. But anything is possible here in boxing. Again, thank you for everybody who donated to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can check my Cash App. That's going to be in a link into the description. Always like and subscribe to the channel, and put in the comment section who you would like to see Berchelt fight. I mean, it seems like Berchelt has been fighting a bunch of nobodies. You know, nobody seems to mind, though. You know, they say Berchelt is like the best at 130 next to Gervonta Davis. So let me know how these guys that's calling them out, you know, who you would like to see him unified with. Well, not unified. His only unifying fight would be against Herring. But let me know who you would like to see Miguel Berchelt fight next after Sosa, because I believe this fight will happen in November. I don't see why not. And since both of them ain't running from that fight, they like to fight each other. So hopefully we see that November 2nd on ESPN. But that's all. Always like and subscribe to the channel. Peace.